Welcome to The Catalyst, an exciting and insightful podcast produced by Northeast Iowa Community College. I'm your host, Amy Lasik. Together, we'll explore the people, programs, and partnerships that make Northeast Iowa Community College unique. From student success stories to behind-the-scenes info about athletics, innovation, and industry collaboration, each episode dives deeper into your community's college. Get ready for an inside look at the impact of community-driven education at NICC. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us on The Catalyst. Today, we have a special Thanksgiving episode of The Catalyst, our Unsung Heroes episode. And to talk about that is our Director of Operations for Business and Community Solutions, Kristi Flack. Kristi, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Amy.
Great. So can you talk to us a little bit about what does that mean, being Director of Operations for our BCS, Business and Community Solutions Division, the non-credit side of the college? What does that mean?
Yeah, so I oversee the operations team, and what that means is those are the folks that are really our frontline staff. They're the ones that answer our phones and also are behind the scenes doing some of our program prep. So I always think of our operations team as our invisible foundation of our group, because all those things that are the things you have to do are really the items that are on our checklist. So we start, I think of the developing team as the architects. They're the ones that are putting together the programs, the events, and the sales teams go out and do customized sales. When they get that done, they turn it over to my team. And we are the people that are really the ones on boots on the ground running. We get the stuff done. We get everything prepped for the classes. And we're doing a lot of that behind the scenes organization. And it's our hope that with all of the pre-planning, organization, all of that, that we then will have our customers will want to come back for our trainings because they have that high quality educational experience. And all those small details, the T's that you cross and the I's that you dot, that's my team. They're the ones that make all those small details happen. So
yeah, you hope that they show up and don't realize all those details had to be done. Is there anything surprising from an operations standpoint that you're like, oh, most people don't realize that we do this too, or we run into these issues?
Yeah. So fortunately, I have a great team who always has plan A and plan B. So they're the ones that are, okay, if this doesn't work, then I want to be sure that we have this ready to go in the event that we have an issue. So those are the types of things that we like to prep for. So some of the things that people don't understand is we have to be very knowledgeable of a lot of our programs areas. So we have to know what programs we're offering, how we offer them. We have to be technology specialists because we could be offering them through one of our, like a Zoom platform or through a webinar, and we have to be able to run those. And we also have to be very organized. We have to know all the supplies for the students, the instructors. So we have to be real on what's going on in our division. So we like to think of ourselves as information specialists or generalists because we know enough about programs to kind of be dangerous. Like we know what we can do and what needs to be done. And we make sure that all of those things are complete. So a lot of the times I like to hire people who are attention to detail. They're the ones that don't really like to be in the forefront. They don't really like to be in the public eye. They're really those very detail oriented people that love to plan. And so those sometimes are our quiet folks that people don't always hear from. But when you hear from us, it's probably because we have an issue we have to resolve. So
yeah. So knowing everything from like
really
welding. Yeah, knowing everything from welding to CNA to truck driving to life and leisure type programming.
Yeah.
Really, your team covers the whole gamut.
That's true. And then when our sales team goes out and sells something customized, We have to know how that customization has happened, what we need to provide. Maybe there's some specific softwares that we have to have installed on the computers or something like that. And it could go even all down to the pumpkin carving classes where we have to make sure all the supplies are there. So it ranges from very technical stuff to very hobby-ish leisure type things. So, but the good thing is we have staff that have been in our division for a very long time. I have longevity in my division, so they've evolved into a lot of new programs, and that's good. So they have a lot of old knowledge.
Fantastic. And so we talked a lot about the programming piece of it, but facility rental is also another piece of the job that your team does. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. We have facility rentals that you can rent space from us. So if you want to have like a corporate meeting or a corporate training, we range from small organizations and nonprofits, groups that come in and utilize space at NICC. We have our Wilder Business Center that is on the Kelmer campus. And then we also have our dairy facility that's out on our Kelmer campus. And we have the Town Clock Center down in Dubuque, downtown Dubuque. And then we also have our Piasta Conference Center. So our teams are the ones that really work with the customers coming in that want to host an event or a group meeting. And we do everything from making sure the room is set up, reserving space for them. We do catering, we secure catering, and we also help with beverages and technology support. So if you need those extra high-tech microphones to scan the room or whatever, we get that all and get organized. So we're kind of like that one-stop shop for program planning for businesses. So it's a service that we provide that a lot of businesses don't know that we offer.
Yeah, we have some great facilities too, and your team's responsible for making sure that they're kept up to date and have all the technology and everything that they're needing. So that's fantastic. And that segues really nicely into the next area that I want to talk to you about, because I know this is something you're very passionate about, customer service. And I know our team does a fantastic job with that. Can you talk a little bit about the experience somebody has because of the priority that we put on customer service?
Yeah, our team really has a strong customer service focus, whether it be somebody that's answering our phones. We want to make sure that our phones are always covered for all business hours so that our customers calling in, we offer a service where they can go online and purchase our classes. But if they need to call in with questions, concerns about the class, or really don't know what they want to register for, they can call in and our frontline staff are the ones that answer the phone. So it's very important that we provide that high quality customer service on the phone to our customers. So that means being prepared, knowing what classes we're offering, what's still available to the customer, helping students register online if they'd like to go online and register themselves. Or it could be that maybe we register for them if they call in and we get them registered in the class. That's really our first touch with those students. So the other aspect is, like I said before, that those small details, that's what drives our customer service, making sure we have our standard operating things that we do, making sure the room's set up for the instructor, making sure the technology works and troubleshooting those things first. But also just knowing that we have a plan B in case something doesn't happen, because we want those students or our customers coming in, and our customers could be our instructors that teach for us, coming in to feel like they're supported. They're coming in and having that great educational experience because, as you know, word of mouth is the best way to have a repeat customer and sell our classes. So if they have a great experience, they're going to go back and tell their family and friends, hey, this is really cool. They did this, or I took this training and now they have a level 2. And I really think we should then send our team to this training because we had a great experience. So it's making sure the customer feels welcome, making sure they are prepared and have all their supplies, making sure that after the class is over, they know about upcoming things that are coming into the college that they could participate in the future and how can they return. Those are all things that we think provide a high quality educational experience. And I make that a mandatory thing for my staff, because there's nothing worse that you hate is walking into some place and you get bad customer service, and the chances of you returning is probably not going to happen. I know of places that I received terrible service, and I still don't go into those places. I don't frequent them. So I don't want that to hinder our repeat customers coming in. So
yeah, we want people to leave with a good feeling and that they enjoyed themselves and they learned something and it was a good experience. So your team does a
yeah.
great job with that. We're going to move into our quick fire segment, fact or fiction. So I'm going to run a couple ideas by you and you tell us whether it's a fact or if it's fiction. Okay.
Okay.
So the first one is you must be an NICC student or alumni to rent or use campus facilities. Is that fact or fiction?
That's fiction. You don't. We can rent our facilities to any organization. It can be a huge organization to a small. A lot of our facilities will hold over 200 plus people, but we can always go down to a small conference room that can hold less than 10 and feel intimate and still feel productive. So we do very large business and industry. Manufacturing groups come in and do some training for their leadership staff, things like that. And we've held conferences that hold up to 200 to 230 people. So it can be really anybody coming in that want to have a special place to meet. That because our facilities do have that high tech space where we have an advanced technology. We have the Zoom feature here so that if they have people that can't join their meeting and want to join remote, they surely can do that too. So yeah, it really is just about anybody can come in.
Great. Great. All right. The second one, customer service is not an operations top priority. The team's more concerned with making sure events are prepared. Is that fact or fiction?
That's fiction. So everything we do from pre-event to during the event to post events or class ensure that our customers get that high quality experience and leave and want to tell other people that they came. So that is our main focus of our team. And every time we have a team meeting, customer service is the focus of that meeting. So, and I can say that not only in the operations team, but BCS in general, business and community solutions, and our sales teams, we really focus on that customer service aspect, making sure that we can build those partnerships, because workforce is where we're at. And so we want to bring those workforce partners in.
I could see you as soon as I read that first sentence. It's not a top priority. I could see you wanting to pounce on that one because I know how passionate you are about this.
Yeah.
All right. The third one, for BCS operations, balancing the needs of large week-long corporate training events is more complex than handling an NICC kids camp programming. Fact or fiction?
Yeah. No, all of the programming that we do is fairly complex at times. And so it could be that corporate training that we have all week, we still have the same things that we have to do to prep for that as we do for kids camps, which we have lots of kids camps going on throughout the district, a lot of them during the summer. And we have a lot of kids coming in. So that requires extra hands. It also requires a lot of organization to make sure that all of our kids stay safe, but yet in a good learning environment. So yeah, no, it really is. We have the same standards that we would have if it's a small event or large corporate event or a kids camp. So it's all.
I can't even imagine a kids camp not being complex in some fashion, dealing with all the kids. Like we had almost 100 kids last summer, right? And just in one of our campuses.
We had 100, I think close to 120 kids on the Piasta campus for a whole week. And they go from session to session. We have lunch and then we do recess outside. So you not only have to have instructors for all of the sessions, and you have to make sure that all kids get to their sessions as they break and go into new sessions, but you also have to be able to entertain them. And we have lunch, which is always the highlight, of the day. But we need a lot of staff hands on those. And so it takes a lot of volunteers to run those types of programs.
For sure. We want to make sure all the kids are safe. Okay, so last one, if an external business partner rents a specialized training facility through BCS, the rental cost automatically includes the required setup and breakdown of all specialized equipment. Is that true or false, fact or fiction?
That is true. So each classroom does have the state-of-the-art equipment in it. So rooms can be configured in a lot of different ways. So the nice thing is when you call us to book your space, we have a series of questions that we ask you. How do you want the room set up? What technology will you be using? Are you bringing in your own laptop? Do you need to utilize one of ours? It could be, do you need beverages like pop and water or lemonade? It could be as far as catering. What do you want for catered food? And how intricate do you want to be with your food? Because there's lots of varying options that we offer. And then we always make sure that we have a single point of contact. So that company will then contact us. They know who to get a hold of if there's issues or concerns or changes. And we are there on site the day of the program or the event to make sure that everything goes smoothly. And if there's other needs that need to be met during that day, we can certainly help. So all you really need to do is pick up the phone and give us a call or check our website out to book conference facilities, and we'll be in contact with you. And we really take that burden off of the planning. So events and the partners that we come in that do book space for us really will contact us and say, hey, I need a room. And they haven't thought much more than that. And so then we start asking them, oh, I haven't thought of that. I don't know I don't know if we want catering. I don't know if we need food. But the nice thing is they can focus on what their training is or focus on their event. And we take all of that back end logistics away from them so they can be at ease for the day. And we worry about the small details. And they usually leave very happy. So
That's great. So you said pick up the phone. Where would they call if somebody's interested in utilizing the space or getting training through BCS and needing some assistance?
sure. Yeah, you can give the college a call at 563-562-3263 and dial extension 1399. That's going to give you our general business and community solutions department. Now, we do have specific staff that manage our rentals, but that they'll get you connected to the appropriate staff. So you can check it out there. Otherwise, you can go to the nicc.edu website. And if you go to our website, we're under the business and community tab under conference planning. So you can go there because you can find a lot of information on our website about the facility layout, what services we offer, what technology are in the rooms, and the capacity of our rooms. So you can get a lot of information by going to our website and just checking out the conference planning tab. And from there, you'll see all of our contact information there too. And we do range all of the centers, our remote centers like the Owine Center, Walk On, and Manchester, Dubuque Town Clock, and Cresco. They also can rent space into their smaller centers too. So we could be right in your own community. But if you're looking for a larger event facility, you will have to come to either the Wilder Event Center or you'll have to come to the Town Clock or the Piasta Conference Facility.
Great. Well, Kristi, I do have a bit of a confession to make to you. I've had a little hidden agenda on having you on this podcast today.
Oh.
So yeah, I know you're a little surprised. As you know, the topic of this is unsung heroes, and our operations team and your leadership of that operations team is so valuable to the work that we do, not only with business and community solutions, but through NICC as well. So we did go behind your back here the last couple of weeks, and we got some testimonials about the work that you do and the work that the operations team does. And we want to share a few of those with you today. And I want you to know that we got so many responses. We can't possibly even go through them all on this podcast. So I'm going to give you this list of, so you can see all the wonderful things people said about you and said about your team. But we'll pull up a couple of them here so we can take a look at them. So Tessa behind the scenes, let's pull up Terry Rubner's. So Terry said, I'm so grateful for everything our operations team does behind the scenes to keep everything running smoothly. We work closely with Kristi, and she is always so patient and understanding with us. We could not do our jobs without her support.
Oh,
Isn't
the
that great?
operations, the O-line staff are amazing. That is so nice.
Let's also pull up Mary Hagemans. So Mary says, I'd like to express my gratitude to the BCS operations team for always stepping up, staying committed, and supporting our events with such professionalism. A special thank you to Kristi for being a constant source of support, guidance, and positivity for our division. Your leadership makes a real impact, and we deeply appreciate everything you do for us. That's
I
nice.
have a great
A
team.
long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
We also heard for some people that aren't on the BCS team, but utilize our facilities for rentals and such. So let's pull up the Dubuque County Extension Office feedback that they provided for us. This is from Ray. We wanted to thank you for your help with our spring program facility needs, whether it's our Master Gardener banquet, spring seminar, or pesticide applicator training. Your efforts to make sure we have a good experience are really appreciated. You are always willing to work with us, and we look forward to coming back. Thank you for all that you do.
Businesses and industries are repeat customers that rent space from us and come and help us. They want us to continue to be part of their events. And I think it really attests to the service that we do provide.
Yes, absolutely. I've got another one from an outside entity, the Northeast Iowa Area Agency on Aging from Kelly. And she says, NICC has hosted our annual wellness day for the past several years, and they make it so easy for us. The room is set up for us when we walk in. They put everything away when we leave. The staff is what makes it all come together. We're so appreciative of our working relationship. They really put forth 100% effort to get this event to come together. That's a real testament, Kristi, to your leadership and all the work that your team does.
Great. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I've been with the college for 21 years and continuing. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my team. They make my job really easy sometimes because they're so, I can tell you that I'm probably not very attention detailed person. I am, but not to the degree that my staff are. And sometimes I think, man, you guys think of everything. I would have never thought of that. So I'm glad that I have that very detailed staff because they make me look very good.
Well, let's also pull up Kyra. Kyra Bell Richard provided us something. She said, leading operations teams, projects, and handling all of our data really takes a mastermind. Also, I can always count on them for a funny story, a quirky quote that brings me laughing tears and completely energizes me. That says a lot about the culture of your team, Kristi.
Yeah, I tell you, our staff, although we don't like to be in front of the public, we have some great staff with great personalities and we love to have fun. So sometimes I can't even get through my operation team meetings because I have to get them back on track. It's like squirrels running around.
Oh, it makes it fun though.
I
Your
know.
team does such a great job. Let's pull up Krista Weitz's comment too. She said, thank you for the hard work you put into making classes and programs a success. I appreciate your attention to detail and organizational abilities. Most of all, I appreciate your positive attitude. Kristi, thank you for all that you do for BCS. I can always call you if I have a question and get thoughtful, well-informed answer. Plus, you are fun to work with.
Yeah, Krista does a lot of our kids' camps. So we spend a lot of time together in the summer. So
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll pull up one more. Let's do Marty's. Marty says, I would like to recognize all the hard work that operations team does on a daily basis to help all the BCS courses run smoothly. Everyone pays extra attention to all the specific details, which makes our jobs much easier. This is a deserving credit to all of them, which is led by Kristi, who is always so helpful and supportive and is such a positive mentor and role model.
you guys are going to make me cry.
So Kristi, I'm sorry I snuck behind your back, but I do want to say too, from me, that everything that you and the operations team does for us at BCS and NICC is so appreciative. And there are so many unsung heroes and departments out there, but I would put our operations team up there amongst the best. So Kristi, thank you for everything you do. And I will make sure I share. We only read not even half of them. You have so many more. I'll pass those along to you.
Why, thank you for sharing. I needed that today, to be honest. But I
Well, good.
love
Well,
operations. It's where my heart lies. And I have staff that have the same feeling. So we really do take customer service personally, and we want to ensure that, I mean, our win for us is that our customers are winning. So I feel so strongly about this team, and that's what keeps me where I'm at, because I've had opportunities to take other things and take on other projects and go other places. And I've just chose to stay with business and community solutions and lead the team. And I can't think of anywhere else I'd rather be.
well, we are so lucky to have you and your leadership here at NICC. So, Kristi, thank you for all that you do. And thank you for taking the time out of your very busy schedule to join us today. We really appreciate everything you do for us.
Well,
So
thank you
thank
for
you.
having me.
Absolutely. And thank you to everybody for listening. We appreciate you tuning into The Catalyst. And if you don't already, we hope you subscribe and listen to our future episodes. I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining us on this episode of The Catalyst. If you enjoyed the conversation, make sure to follow or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. Want to learn more about NICC and the many ways we support our students, partners, and community? Visit nicc.edu for more resources and upcoming opportunities. This podcast is produced by Northeast Iowa Community College and hosted by me, Amy Lasik, with executive producer Tessa Hill, producer Travis Hunt, and graphic designer Ashley Konzen.